When people talk about electric vehicles today, one name that keeps coming up more and more is BYD. One of the biggest reasons behind this brand's rapid growth is its battery technology. In this video, we're going to take a deep and detailed look at BYD batteries, how they work, what problems they can have, how those problems occur, and most importantly, how you can protect your battery and make it last for many years. BYD uses a battery technology called the Blade battery, which is based on lithium iron phosphate chemistry, also known as LFP. Compared to traditional lithium-ion batteries, LFP batteries are known for being much safer, more stable, and longer lasting. One of their biggest advantages is thermal stability, meaning they are far less likely to overheat or catch fire. In fact, BYD has demonstrated that even when physically damaged, these batteries are significantly more resistant to dangerous reactions. This makes them one of the safest battery types currently used in electric vehicles. Another key advantage is lifespan. A typical BYD Blade battery can handle between 3,000 to 5,000 charge cycles, which can translate to roughly 8 to 15 years of real-world usage, depending on driving habits and charging patterns. However, like any battery, it is not immune to wear and degradation over time. Now, let's talk about the most common issues that BYD battery owners may experience. The first and most misunderstood issue is range loss. Many drivers notice that their car does not reach the advertised range. For example, a vehicle rated for 400 kilometers might realistically deliver around 320 to 350 kilometers. This is not necessarily a defect. It is influenced by factors such as driving speed, aggressive acceleration, terrain, use of air conditioning or heating, and especially outside temperature. Cold weather in particular can significantly reduce battery efficiency. The second issue is battery degradation over time. All batteries degrade, and BYD is no exception. However, the rate of degradation depends heavily on how the battery is used. Frequently charging the battery to 100% and letting it drop to 0% puts stress on the cells. High temperatures also accelerate chemical aging inside the battery. Over several years, this leads to a gradual reduction in total capacity. Another commonly reported issue is related to the 12-volt auxiliary battery. Even though the main battery may be fully charged, the car might fail to start if the smaller 12V battery is drained. This can confuse many users, but it's actually a separate system that supports electronics and startup functions. Charging issues can also occur. Some users report that the car stops charging unexpectedly, charges slower than expected, or fails to recognize a charging station. These problems are often caused by external factors, such as poor electrical infrastructure, faulty cables, or software glitches rather than the battery itself. Cell imbalance is another technical issue that can develop over time. Inside the battery pack, there are many individual cells. If these cells become unbalanced, meaning they charge and discharge unevenly, it can lead to reduced efficiency, inaccurate range estimation, and inconsistent charging behavior. Temperature also plays a critical role in battery performance. In cold climates, the chemical reactions inside the battery slow down, leading to reduced power output and slower charging speeds. In very hot conditions, prolonged exposure to heat can accelerate degradation and reduce long-term battery health. Now that we've covered the problems, let's focus on the most important part: how to properly take care of a BYD battery. The first and most effective rule is the 20 to 80% guideline. Keeping your battery charged between 20% and 80% for daily use significantly reduces stress on the battery and extends its lifespan. Charging to 100% should be reserved for long trips rather than daily commutes. Another key factor is minimizing the use of fast charging. While DC fast charging is convenient, it generates more heat and puts additional strain on the battery. Whenever possible, using slower AC charging at home is much healthier for the battery over time. Avoid letting the battery drop to 0% frequently. Deep discharges can accelerate wear and potentially damage the battery cells. Similarly, try not to leave the car sitting for long periods with either a completely full or completely empty battery. If you plan to store the vehicle for an extended time, keeping the charge level around 50 to 60% is ideal. Temperature management is also essential. Whenever possible, park the car in shaded or covered areas during hot weather. Avoid prolonged exposure to extreme heat as it can have a long-term impact on battery health. Using high-quality, original charging equipment is another important point. Cheap or incompatible charging cables can cause unstable charging, overheating, or even damage over time. Interestingly, while it's generally recommended to avoid charging to 100% daily, doing a full charge occasionally, about once a month, can actually help balance the battery cells. This process allows the battery management system to recalibrate and maintain optimal performance. Regular maintenance should not be ignored either. Keeping the car's software up to date is important.